That's my mom. Okay, babe. Natalie, will you marry me and be my wife? Be my wife? I think she's saying yes. Finish the song right now.
And we have another set.
Okay, ready?
5, 6, 5, 6, 7.
So baby, here today, 'cause I don't got no money. My baby left today, 'cause I just couldn't pay. Left you with nothing to run in. The baby came and took my baby away.
Well, this evening we are gathered together in the presence of God, family, and friends in South Surrey, here where the baseball game is also playing. So I have some stiff competition, but you have come here to share in this formal commitment that they will make to one another. Danny and Natalie marriage is perhaps the greatest and is the most challenging adventure of human relationships.
Amen.
No ceremony can create your marriage, only you can do that. It will be through many things, but a good marriage must be created. In the marriage, the little things are the big things. It's never being too old to say, I love you, and to hold hands. It's remembering to say, I love you at least once a day. It's never going to sleep angry. It's standing together and facing the world. It is speaking the words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It's having the capacity to forgive and to forget. It's giving each other an atmosphere in which to grow. It's a common search for the good and the beautiful. It is not only choosing the right partner, it is being the right partner. Well, you've come here this evening to declare your love for one another and formally acknowledge that which your hearts already know. That your lives are meant to be shared as one, that you're stronger together than when you are apart, and that for all the days yet to come you will share together all life's joys and challenges, and that you are committed to each other. And so now first I will ask Danny, do you take Natalie to be your wife, to love her, comfort her, respect and keep her from this day forward and forever? If so, would you reply to Natalie, I do.
I do.
And now, Natalie, I'll ask you, do you take Danny to be your husband, to love him, comfort him, respect and keep him from this day forward and forever? If so, would you reply to Danny, I do.
I do.
Well, now we've come to the place where you're going to say your wedding vows to each other. And before you do that, I must remind you that love, which is rooted in faith, trust, and acceptance, will be the foundation of an abiding and deepening relationship. No other ties are more tender, no other vows more sacred than those you now assume. If you're able to keep the vows you take here this evening, not because of any religious or civic law, but out of a desire to love and be loved by another person fully, without limitation, then your life will have joy. The home you establish will be a place in which you both will find the direction of your growth, your freedom, and your responsibility. Danny, I'm now going to ask if you'll take the microphone from me. And would you now repeat after me to Natalee? I, Danny, take you, Natalee.
I, Danny, take you, Natalee.
To be my wife.
To be my wife.
To have and to hold.
To have and to hold.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
For better or for worse.
For better or for worse.
For richer, for poorer.
For richer, for poorer.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
To love and to cherish.
To love and to cherish.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
And forever.
And forever.
This is my solemn vow.
This is my solemn vow.
And now, Natalee, I'm going to ask if you'll repeat after me to Danny. I, Natalee, take you, Danny.
I, Natalee, take you, Danny.
To be my husband.
To be my husband.
To have and to hold.
To have and to hold.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
For better or for worse.
For better or for worse.
For richer, for poorer.
Richer, for poorer.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
To love and to cherish.
To love and to cherish.
From this day
From
forward.
this day forward.
And forever.
And forever.
This is my solemn vow.
This is my solemn vow.
Now, Danny, I believe you brought rings as well, did you not?
Yeah, buddy.
My dad passed away and left me his. My dad passed away and left me his wedding ring. I had it fitted for Natalee.
Wow. Are you both
I've got one ticket to find out.
Oh. Danny and Natalee, as you exchange this ring tonight, before you do that, I want to just say a few words to you. May this ring forever remind you of the pledge to one another. May your compassion and kindness for one another always be like this ring, with no beginning and no end. May your relationship always be like this ring, separate, but close, simple, but beautiful. May the precious metal of this ring remind you that your love is the most precious element in your lives. Danny, I'm now going to ask if you will begin to place the ring on the fourth finger of Natalee's left hand, and if you would now repeat after me to her. Natalee, I give you this ring
Natalee, I give you this ring
to wear with love and joy.
to wear with love and joy.
As a ring has no end,
As a ring has no end,
neither shall my love
neither shall my love
for you.
for you.
I choose you to be my
I
wife
choose you to be my wife
on this day
on this day
and forever.
and forevermore.
Danny and Natalee, today you have willingly committed yourselves to each other through the act of marriage, declared the same through the giving and receiving of a ring. So by the authority vested in me by the Christian Minister Association and the province of British Columbia, it is my pleasure to pronounce you husband and wife. Danny, you may now kiss your bride.